What's up, guys? We got some absolutely perfect topwater conditions today. Overcast, light breeze, pre-rainstorm evening. I mean, they couldn't set up better. So of course, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be throwing a topwater. Got the plop daddy tied on. Sorry I haven't been posting a lot lately. I have been fishing, don't worry about that. But I've been doing a lot of tournament fishing, and it's really hard for me to kind of film if this wind will let me film and tournament fish at the same time. There's just a lot of moving parts of that. I don't really like it. So I don't have the chesty strapped on for that, but I do have the chesty strapped on today. And we're gonna see, you know the deal, we're gonna see if we can't go catch ourselves a fish. See you in a bit. There's one. That's a good one. God, he smoked it. That's a good fish too. Holy cow. There we go. That's a decent fish. Kapow. I kept seeing fish. I was like, there's... Holy smoke. Oh man, that's the fish we're gonna put on the scale. No, we're not. He looked bigger than that. He was. God, he's got some fight in him though. Come here for a 2-pounder. God, he's all beat up. Right along that edge. Absolutely crushed it. Oh man. Yeah, it's a pretty long fish, skinny. I'd say probably in 2-pound range. Decent fish, absolutely hammered it. I'm gonna get her back in the water. We're recording right now. Oh, there we go. Might be my first topwater fish of the year, I'm not sure. I don't remember. But God, absolutely smoked it. You know, one of the keys whenever you're fishing a treble hook bait like a Whopper Plopper or any other treble hook topwater or crankbait or any of that, is when you set the hook, you wanna lean into them and let the rod kind of load up. You don't really want to jack it, because when you do that, you rip it out of its mouth. I mean, those treble hooks do their work. You don't really have to drive it home. Just kind of lean in, load that rod up, and let those treble hooks set in, and you'll be just fine. God, that's good. I fished this lake like twice already, and I couldn't catch anything. Now, both times were unideal. One was for less than an hour in the blazing sun. The other was on a day in a cold front in January, and it was absolutely miserable. Might have been one of the worst weather conditions we've had all year long. So that kind of tells you what I'm working with. But I was beginning to wonder if there was even bass on this place. Now I know there are bass. They're decent sized and they fight hard, and they're gonna eat a Whopper Plopper. Yeah, let's try out in the middle for fun. Oh shoot, man. Fun fact, I actually lost a Whopper Plopper one time on a windy day like this, and it blew home to where I needed it. It blew to the bank, and I waited about 10 foot out in the water to go get it. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Come on, Tatula. Oh no, now I just bumped my brakes. On the way to 8, and they're at about 5. Based on the activity, I say all the fish are on the edge of the bank. Just like they always are in ponds. But sometimes it doesn't hurt to give her a chunk out in the middle like that. See if she'll bring you home. All right, what I'm doing here is my Whopper Plopper actually got stuck inside like the braiding of my braided line, and that is going to create a really weak spot. And I don't want to lose a big fish and or my Whopper Plopper, because that, my friend, would suck. It'd suck for everyone. I wouldn't have caught my fish, and I'd be out of Whopper Plopper. My fish would have a big old Whopper Plopper in his face. There he is. It was a pretty good one, yes ma'am. Oh well, I got the fun part out of him. Thank you. All right, as I'm saying, I need to switch. Thank you. That was a good fish. There's one. That's a little guy. Man, you got an attitude to bite this thing. That, my friends, is what we call a little Jim. Little Jim bit. Just give you a comparison here, okay? This is a Whopper Plopper. This isn't the biggest one. This is the 90 series, all right? So, you know, good for ponds. Little Jim bit Whopper Plopper is about half his size. Little Jim, you're gonna be Big Jim one day. Little Jim came right where he's supposed to be, though. There's some grass patch up there. Look, forms a point coming out. Ambush point. He's probably just sitting in there. Come right by him. Boom, smokes it. There's one. Ah! Dang it, Billy. Got him. Oh, that's a good one. That's a 4 or 5 pound fish right there. No. Come here. Yeah, that's a 5. God. Honestly, that might be a 6. Like, that really might be a 6. God bless. All right, I hate doing this, but we're gonna walk all the way over to where my scale is. £5 pounds, 3 ounces. 1 ounce shy of a PB. Oh, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish, fat fish. Let's get her in the water. Oh, thank you, girl. There she goes. There she goes. Just fine. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Wow, 1 ounce shy of my personal best. That right there is impressive. It really is. On the Whopper Plopper. Whopper Plopper. Whopper Plopper. So, that fish, the big one, you know, we just let her go. She came off kind of a corner, kind of like where I'm at right now. And corners are really good spots because they kind of funnel the bait together. Oh my gosh, how did that? Oh, come on, get it. They kind of funneled the bait together, and she kind of did the same thing right there that fish just did, except she actually came back and smoked it. She kind of ran it over the top of her, and she turned back and hammered it. But they'll stage up in corners. Really, they'll stage up in anywhere along these banks. Because in a pond like this, there's probably not much structure out there, and most most neighborhood pond managers aren't throwing down logs and fish structures out in the middle of their lake when they build it. They're just digging a hole in the ground. So that leaves whatever's on the shore, contour lines, stuff like that, indents that just kind of happen with washouts, to be the only structure on the pond. And it's really what these fish stage up on and where they're at. And so I was fishing the corner, and I just came over the top of her, fishing along the edge of this bank, coming into a corner, kind of the same way a bait fish might get moved, and just kapow, absolutely smoked it. And if you're questioning, I did stop multiple times, put the fish in the water, run some water through her gills to get her going, and I mean, she was just fine. So I'm not too worried about her. If you're thinking, oh, don't be carrying it. It's one thing to leave a fish on a bank, run and go get your scale, run back. It's another thing to kind of take your precautions and cross your your T's, dot your I's when it comes to something like that, because you want to ensure these fish live. That's the next generation of fish in this pond. So she needs to grow up to be 8 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it is, and keep breeding for this pond. So. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see me, but we're wrapping up today. Raindrops are starting to fall. It's getting dark. We really had a good day today. I landed 3, had how many bites? 5 bites. We'll say 3.5. I got the one on the bank he flopped in, whatever, in front of the crowd. But, you know, it was just a great day to catch that big 5-pounder like that. That was so exciting, so awesome. It just shows to show you that these neighborhood ponds, they don't all hold dinky fish. There's some good fish out here. And that 5-pounder was an example of that. And we're very grateful for that. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me smashing fish on Whopper Plopper. Hopefully that gave you some tips on when you go out, how you can apply these techniques and just catch some fish yourself. And of course, so you know, go down there, hit that like button for me catching a big one, 1 ounce from a PB. I mean, come on, man, can't be much more upset about that. 1 ounce from a PB. And go subscribe for some more awesome content. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.